Okay, guys, here we go. We have another clip of Supernanny entitled "2-Year-Old Has Constant Temper Tantrums." I saw the thumbnail for this, and I had to do this one. So, without further ado, let's get this commentary going. Wow! All right, we got a cop this time as one of the parents. That'll be pretty interesting to see. I wonder if this dad's going to actually try to be a dad or if he's going to be too burned out at the end of his shifts to actually be a father. I just gotta be straight up with this. I feel like teaching, it's an important job, but I feel like the actual teachers don't get paid enough for what they have to do as part of their job. They're often underpaid and usually don't get enough benefits. So I feel bad for this mom because I feel like she should be paid a lot more for her work. Apparently, according to the thumbnail, this is the dictator. This little boy here. Yeah, not like the older child. It's the young one who's in control. But that seems to be somewhat of a pattern with a lot of these families. That's funny. Well, I'm not surprised. He looks like he kind of looks like a devil. In fact, his hair it looks like he might be a redhead. At least from the quality of the video, it looks like he's a redhead. So I guess that fits. Okay, so I guess both of them are kind of little devils. So it's not just one kid. Both kids are misbehaving. All right. I know it's a lot of the families. Either it's usually one child who's the troublemaker, or it's all the kids who are troublemakers. Or you might have like half the kids who are troublemakers. Maybe like one who's somewhat of a troublemaker, but not as bad. And then maybe you might have like one good kid out of the whole lot. It just depends. So this family, both kids are, they need help. All right, so that's how it usually goes. So usually the kids have one parent or the other. And I feel like that's a problem. I feel like if you want your kids to respect you and obey your rules, you have to lay down the law. You have to demonstrate that you're you know you mean what you say. Send them to the corner. Put them on timeout. Do something. You can't just you can't be passive. You have to be active as a parent, and I feel like that's one of the reasons why so many of these parents just aren't that as good as they could be on this show. I guess you could say he's a ticking time bomb, if you will, or a volcano waiting to erupt. I guess that would probably kind of be the analogy for Billy here. I'm not really sure what for, but I guess I haven't explained yet. But once again, if they're one of the most important things you need to do whenever a kid is having a temper tantrum, you have to calm them down. I don't mean giving in to their commands, but you have to find a way to kind of settle them down and deflate, if you will, because you can't resolve any problems if your child is actively having a temper tantrum. Well, yeah, because I don't blame her because her parents aren't going to do anything about it, especially the mom. So yeah, whenever there's no rules or rules are they aren't enforced, this is exactly what happens. Yeah, good luck trying to go into adulthood with that attitude. You'll find out the hard way that doesn't work. She's like, go away. Man, she's behaving like she's like a rebellious teenager, but no, she's a 6-year-old, and she's already behaving like that. Boy, and if this continues to go unchecked, or no action is taken, I imagine it would probably be a lot worse when she becomes a teenager. What's this kid's problem? What does he want? What's his malfunction? Are they gonna tell us? Again, she's not doing anything. She's not doing anything to try to settle him down. Well, the thing is, what you're doing seems to not be working. I think it's better to say, I'm not doing enough. Or I'm doing everything wrong. I feel like that would be a much better way of saying it, because I feel like, especially the mom here, is just too passive about what she does. And whenever she does do something, she's either doing the exact wrong thing that she's supposed to do, or she's not doing the good thing or the right thing well enough. She's not trying hard enough. This gets crazy. Oh boy, you guys definitely do need help to be parents. You can't be passive. Of course, usually this kind of meeting is kind of the calm before the storm, if you will. Like, the kids are all behaving decently well, but then whenever, you get settled in, that's whenever, the true colors come out. Well, who were you expecting? Mary Poppins? I don't know. Maybe that is what she was expecting. Let's listen to that again. Yeah. Were you expecting Mary Poppins? Cause yeah, she ain't no Mary Poppins. Oh yeah, but also you probably could have. I'm not sure if they tried reading up any like parenting tips online, but I think most people would probably tell them you're being too passive. I feel like that's one of the problems they have when they're not they're not actively enforcing the rules. Okay, just some music there. Alright, there we go, finally. Some dialogue. Of course, carry on. Of course, now the observation's gonna start. Uh, uh, okay, of course the kid's playing, but surely, something's gonna happen here in a moment. He just throws it. It probably could have been an accident. He may not, purposely, threw it, or threw it at her, but, you know. Okay, now he's just, throwing stuff. I don't know. I'm not sure if the kid had a proper warning. The mom probably could have said, Billy, you know, throwing things at me is unacceptable. If you do it again, I'll take away your blocks. I feel like that would be, I think a suitable warning. And of course, if he does it again, then take away the blocks, at least for for the day or for the time being. And just lay down the law. Don't give in. Again, I feel like the reason why this kid has all these temper tantrums, I think it might be because maybe he knows that if he has enough of a tantrum, he'll get his way, and you need to establish that that's not going to fly. But unfortunately, the parents aren't doing it here. Well, that's because he's not getting his way, and he's trying everything he can to get his way. And again, you need to lay down the law and lay down the expectations, and that no matter how much you cry or fuss, you're not going to get your way. At least not at that time. Once again, you need to just saying stop doing this, stop doing that. That's that's not going to work unless there's some weight behind it. You need to be serious about what you're saying. The kid's not taking you seriously because you're not going to do anything about it. Again, as a parent, you need to lay down the law. If you don't do that, your kids aren't going to listen to you. They're not going to respect you. You need to be a parent. And I think Joe brought this up in an episode before that, sending your child to their room as punishment sends mixed messages because, a bedroom is where children often go to sleep or play. And so it's not really associated with, punishment. It's not really an unpleasant place. And so that's why, like a dedicated, punishment room, like a reflection room, or, like a timeout chair is generally more effective than just sending your child to a bedroom for timeout. Yeah, as I was saying, she said that in the past, in a previous episode I watched. Yeah, that's why I'm saying it doesn't it doesn't make sense. It wouldn't really be a suitable place for a punishment. Again, I don't know why they didn't have like a dedicated spot for a timeout. I think, even if you have to keep taking your kid back, at least in the long run, it's going to be a lot more effective than just sending them to their room for punishment. Yeah, to be fair, he is bored, but also he's trying to get his way. Oh, you got that right, Joe. Well, that's it for this clip. If you guys enjoyed the commentary, stay tuned for more in the future, and I hope to be back soon.